Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the LoamWolf.com. Today we're going to be going over the brand new Santa Cruz 5010cc. Now, if you're like us, you might wonder where the name 5010 came from. So when we were on the phone talking with the Santa Cruz guys, we actually learned where the name came from. And that is the Solo, which was what this bike was originally called. And shortly after the bike was released, they got a phone call saying that there was another bike called a Solo, and Santa Cruz would be needing to change the name. So it's a little bit of a play on the Solo name, but obviously using numbers instead of letters to spell out Solo. So there you have it. I know I've slept a little bit better since knowing that, so a little bit of information about the name of the bike. So what is the 5010cc? This bike is designed to be the play bike in the Santa Cruz lineup. It is, no apologies given basher. This thing is a 130 bike with a 140 fork. Like the rest of the Santa Cruz lineup, now they've gone to the lower link VPP system. Comes exclusively in a 27.5-inch wheel offering. And again, this bike is built to shred. It is the play bike, the jump bike, the urban assault, trail slasher, whatever you want to do. This is kind of like Santa Cruz's version of a trail BMX bike. And just a couple of rides out on the trails so far, and we can already agree that the new 5010 is definitely as fun, if not more fun, than previous generations. So some new stuff this year for Santa Cruz in the 5010, obviously the first being the lower link VPP. Something else that's new is size-specific chainstays. So different size frames will have different length chainstays to kind of give riders sort of a little bit more of an optimally balanced ride out on the bike. Now we're testing an extra large just because numbers and inventory were a little short. We would have preferred a large. Most of our riders are about 5'11", but the XL is not totally unmanageable. But being that this bike is designed to be such a play sled, it would have been nice to have a little bit shorter of a reach and a cockpit and just overall bike length. So the XL has a 500 millimeter reach. The large has a 475, so a pretty substantial difference in terms of the length of that front end of this bike. Also, the chainstays on the large sit at 429 millimeters, whereas the XL has 432 millimeter rear center. So again, all kind of goes into making this bike a little bit longer. Obviously it's an XL, so a little taller riders are supposed to be riding that thing and will appreciate that length and stability. The geometry on the bike is adjustable pretty easily down here at the lower link area or the shock mount, and it goes from a 65.7 degree head tube angle to 65.4. The seat tube angle is 77.4 to 76.8. And with the addition of them going to this lower link shock system, and also gives them a chance to run a much straighter shock curve. So this bike is coil spring or air spring approved. So riders who like that coil feel will definitely appreciate that. So that's a little bit of a rough shakedown on some of the numbers, intended purpose, and where the 5010 came from. So how did it perform on the trail so far? As you can see, it's not too dirty. We haven't had a ton of time to ride this bike yet, as it was sort of a rush to get it out to us, built and on the trail. But initial ride impressions, definitely 2 thumbs up. This thing has been a lot of fun so far. We're going to continue to kind of play with the suspension. We're going to keep riding it on more trails, pass it around to the rest of our team, and kind of get more input and report back to you guys in the near future with a long-term review. But so far, a blast in the corners. This thing just rips. The transitioning one turn to the next has been a blast. Manual's nice. It feels really light. Picking it up to send it off jumps or kind of pre-jump over some rocks, little front tire nose bonks off of features. Super fun, very playful, and again, I mean, we wouldn't really expect much less out of the 5010 because this bike's designed to play, have fun, and absolutely rip the trail. So 5010 riders, rejoice, because the new model is out and it is a lot of fun. So thanks to Santa Cruz for getting this bike out to us just in time so we could get this little first look going. And everybody else, stay tuned. We will have a long-term review coming in the near future. So thanks, and we'll see you guys out on the trails.